Recently, we have this property for lease in Leaside, great property. And sure enough, the day I had listed it, I got an inquiry right away, spoke to the interested party and scheduled an appointment. The day of the showing, they had canceled the appointment, but they contacted another realtor to show them the property. So they saw it. Shortly after, we received an offer. And after reviewing the rental application and the information, it wasn't bad. It was a good offer. I had scheduled a phone call between the tenants, myself, and the owner, and the phone call went really well. Couple dating for 9 years, first time moving in together, planning to get married at the end of the year. Great story, sounded like a great couple. So we made an agreement and a deposit was given. Now, anytime I'm representing an owner for a property, I always put a condition in the agreement that we will verify the credentials before firming up on the agreement. So sure enough, during the due diligence process, this couple said they each make $60,000, $120,000 income. One of the applicants worked at a big box store, and I was reviewing the employment letter, contacted the HR department at the big box store, and I sent them the employment letter which I had received via email. And they got back to me saying they could not verify these credentials. Tried contacting the buyer agent, who was kind of MIA, to be honest, but finally got back to me and said, oh, that's weird. And sure enough, I got another employment letter, but this time it was for $40,000 less. There's a $20,000 discrepancy. When I tried contacting the agent again, I couldn't reach him. So at this point, I had the tenant's contact and I contacted them direct. And I outright asked them, why do I have two employment letters with different incomes? And they actually admitted to doctoring their employment letter and doctoring their pay stubs. And I asked them why they did that. And they said they were scared about losing the property. Now, the funny part here is that instead of making $120,000 combined income, they were making $100,000 income. So they still qualified for the property. It was really an unfortunate situation. So I started asking some more questions. What about your fiance's income? Is that correct? Which she said yes. And she said, please don't share this with my fiance. He doesn't know I did this, which is another red flag. Sure enough, it's the weekend. I'm getting lots of text messages, calls saying, I'm sorry, what can we do to fix this? We still want the property, and so forth. Come Monday, I contacted the other tenant's employer to verify their income. And I got a response saying they could not verify that income. So clearly that was doctored as well. And you know what? They're just outright liars. And we canceled the agreement, of course. Now, what's unfortunate about this situation and what bothers me is that they're gonna get their deposit back. And to be honest, I don't think they should get their deposit back. They wasted our time, they frauded documents. I mean, you tell me what you think below. Should they get their deposit back? Please comment below. Now, they also risk their jobs actually, because now their employers know that they doctored these documents. So big no-no. Another story. A year ago, I also had another applicant on a property in North York. And this one was really interesting because I received the rental application and the credentials, all the information looked good. But when I received the application, the person said they worked at a specific location and I happened to be in that building the time when I received the rental application. What is the chances of that? I don't know. But I happened to be in the same building where they claimed they worked. And it was interesting. They had a website verifying this information. They had an HR company verifying this information, which I called, I got a call back. Since I was in the building, I said, let me go to the office. And sure enough, I couldn't find the office because it did not exist. I knew the property management of the building. I knew the owner. I spoke to them. They said, this employer does not exist. It was outright fraudulent. And sure enough, on that transaction as well, when I was trying to contact the agent, they were very, very distant. So I don't know if these agents are involved or know what's going on or not, but in both instances, I found that they don't want to communicate much at all. So moral is just be very diligent when you get a rental application. Make sure to be thorough checking your applicants. If you need somebody to help you find a qualified tenant, you can always contact us. But please, if you have an experience with a bad tenant, I'd love to hear about it. Please comment below. Please share with us. Nobody wants to go to landlord and tenant board. You don't want to be an owner and have to go there because the wait times are just way too long. And so you got to be very diligent vetting these tenants right from the start. Thanks so much for watching. Contact us when you need us.